please start the talk on role of BBJ in nation building.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you, sir.
Before starting, I would like to congratulate everybody and very good wishes from BBJ, from us, to everyone for the new year 2022.
Thank you, sir.
Now, BBJ is an age-old company. It is more than 85 years old company. It was established in 1935 by three major engineering companies: Braithwaite with 40% share, Barn Standard with 30% share, and Jessup with 30% share for construction of Howrah Bridge. All you know, Howrah Bridge, that is now named as Ravindra Shiv. So BBJ is basically absolutely an engineering concern and consists of mainly civil engineers. Now, in 1935, when BBJ was established, the only Indian company who was associated with the construction of Howrah Bridge, and in 1941, the entire bridge was completed by BBJ. That was the born of an engineering giant, actually. And after that, BBJ has traveled many a mile and has constructed a lot of steel bridges for railways, for road works, and other works also like buildings and other infrastructural work like jetties, marine jetties. Now, BBJ is basically an engineering firm and a civil engineering firm. The civilization starts from civil engineering. Actually, where there is no civilization, barren land, everything is barren, the civil engineer goes there, starts building the infrastructure, and after completion of that, all the pains are taken by these engineers, and after completion of that, the civilization starts there, from there. So basically, the growth of any nation depends upon the connectivity of the places for which development of infrastructure plays the most important role. And BBJ is basically in this field only, development of infrastructure. Whether it is rail infrastructure or road infrastructure or dwelling place infrastructure, but all the BBJ is involved in building all these infrastructures. Our government has emphasized on development of infrastructure through various projects. And the same has resulted in fastest ever growth of our economy, which is now absolutely visible. And by 2025, India is expected to be the third largest consumer economy and expected to surpass USA by 2040. In the Union Budget 2021, the government allocated more than 60,000 crores for roadworks and 50,000 crores for national highways. And moreover, the Indian Railways has the highest ever planned capex of 2,15,000 crores in the last Union Budget. And many more to come. Many more to come. Actually, the infrastructure, the building, the development of infrastructure is the key for growth of any nation. Is the key for growth of any nation. BBJ, being an engineering firm, has taken this opportunity, and from the very beginning, actually, after construction of Howrah Bridge, BBJ has developed so many new ideas, new engineering ideas in the field of construction, field of the erection of bridges. In fact, the railway bridge construction, which is the main business of BBJ, the methodology nowadays adopted by the other companies are called BBJ method. This cantilever method of erection of bridges was developed by BBJ, and it is now time tested. From the very beginning, BBJ has developed this idea, and now all the players in the field of fabrication and erection of railway bridges are adopting this, and it is called BBJ method of erection. The tailor-made cranes, the tailor-made gadgets, everything was indigenously planned and developed by the BBJ engineers. BBJ is building the nation for the last more than 80 years through successfully implementing government initiatives by bridging the gap through construction of bridges in the most challenging situations and remote locations. As I said, when there is nobody, there is nothing, BBJ engineers used to go there, construct the bridges, and it is then open for the development of all the civilization. After construction of Howrah Bridge in 1941, BBJ has constructed numerous railway bridges. In fact, I suppose more than 75% of the railway bridges now we see are constructed by BBJ. Some of the notable bridges are like Railcom Road Bridge at Mokama, Bihar, over River Ganga. Railcom Road Bridge at Rajamundi, Andhra Pradesh, over River Godavari. Rail bridges at Vijayawada over River Krishna. Rail bridge at Cuttack, Odisha, over River Mahanadi. Rail bridge in Shonpur, Bihar, over River Gandak, and in Assam over Brahmaputra, the mighty Brahmaputra. The Naranaran Setu is telling the story of BBJ. Moreover, actually these railway bridges, this idea of construction of railway bridges by the methodology of cantilever erection was developed by BBJ. Not only that, I am proud to say that the first long-span cable-stayed bridge in India was constructed by BBJ, which is now called Vidyasagar Setu. It was a very new concept in India, and it was the first time this concept was adopted by the government, and the government had faith on BBJ, invited BBJ to construct it, and BBJ successfully constructed it, and now it is one of the prides of not only of West Bengal but also of the whole India. Apart from construction of these bridges and the rail and road bridges, signature buildings BBJ has also constructed. BBJ actually had one piling unit, which is now not there. That was called Frankie Pile. And those days, actually, this Frankie Pile, only BBJ used to do this Frankie Pile in India, whole India. And the piling of most of the prestigious buildings in Kolkata, tall buildings in Kolkata, RBI and other buildings were done by BBJ. And BBJ did not stop in doing these bridges only or these Frankie piles only. BBJ had its presence in marine structures also, the fishing jetties all over West Bengal, buildings, multi-story buildings all over West Bengal have been constructed by BBJ. BBJ also ventured overseas and successfully executed projects in Bangladesh, Nepal, Myanmar, Iraq, and New Zealand. The neighboring countries, BBJ has constructed bridges in all the neighboring countries in and around India. Recently, a 3.6 kilometer long rail-cum road bridge has been constructed by BBJ, which is called Munger Bridge, which is at Munger, Bihar, over river Ganga, and which was inaugurated by our beloved Prime Minister in 2015. That is also an engineering marvel. More than 60,000 metric ton of steel were used for construction of this Munger Bridge. Wherever you go, whether it is rail bridge, road bridge, you will have some sort of presence of BBJ. In Kolkata Metro, BBJ had its presence. BBJ has done a lot of substructure work for Kolkata Metro. And in Delhi Metro, BBJ has done 6 bridges for Delhi Metro in record time. As we all know, the Delhi Metro was constructed in record time, And BBJ, being a government organization, has rose to the occasion and constructed those bridges in record time. Moreover, an engineering marvel was done by BBJ for Mumbai Metro also. The bridge was constructed over the rail line, over all these HT line, without disturbing any traffic, and that is Andheri station, one of the busiest stations in the world. And BBJ constructed this bridge at Andheri station over the rail crossing and without disturbing the railway movement. And in fact, the Mumbai Metro, the officials of Mumbai Metro came to all the way to Kolkata and requested BBJ because nobody was willing to take the challenge. Nobody was willing to take the challenge to construct that bridge. But BBJ took the challenge and constructed it in record time also. Presently, BBJ is engaged in the dream project of our respective Prime Minister of connecting all the capitals of northeastern states by rail link. By taking up fabrication and erection of railway bridges in the remotest place of Mizoram, Manipur, where many construction firms has denied to go. But BBJ took the challenge and BBJ has taken this challenge that it will be constructed as per the time schedule, whatever is the condition of the roads, whatever is the condition, the local conditions, how remote it is, but still BBJ is committed to construct it within the time frame and the dream of our respected Prime Minister. We are committed to fulfill the dream of our respected Prime Minister of connecting all the capitals of the northeastern states. Concrete and steel are the essential building blocks of the economy. Infrastructure enables trade, powers business, connects workers to their job, creates opportunities, and protects the nation from an increasingly unpredictable natural environment. It also supports workers, providing millions of jobs each year in building and maintenance. BBJ is a profitable organization. It is paying dividend to the government of India every year. But BBJ's focus is not only on profit, but also BBJ focuses on creation of jobs. BBJ every year, BBJ is creating jobs, and the unorganized sector are benefited by the approach of BBJ. and by this job creation and all. The economy needs reliable infrastructure to connect supply chains and efficiently move goods and services across borders. Infrastructure connects households across metropolitan areas to higher quality opportunities for employment, healthcare, and education. If the infrastructure is weak, then everything will get jeopardized. Suppose this in this COVID situation, if your infrastructure is not strong, the medicines will not be supplied at the right time, at the right moment. So infrastructure is the main thing, main aspect of development, and BBJ from 1935 is tirelessly doing the same. For more than 80 years, BBJ is continuously and consistently engaged in the development of infrastructure through implementing various government projects with the highest quality standard. BBJ's quality is beyond doubt. BBJ's quality, just you see this Vidyasagar Setu was constructed and inaugurated in 1992. It is now 30 years. Still, and if you see this Rabindra Setu, that's Howrah Bridge, 1941, more than 80 years, that you will find the paints, the rivets, the other materials are just like it is constructed some 2-3 years back. So quality standard of BBJ is the USP of BBJ, is the key of BBJ. And BBJ's engineers are very much aware of this. The time frame, the quality. Some says that if you want to have this quality, the time frame will not permit. It is not true. It is not true. BBJ has proved beyond doubt that quality cannot be a hindrance to the time frame. What the quality of materials, quality of other materials than steel, the quality comes from within actually. And BBJ's engineers are very much aware of this. And I am proud that from 1987, where I joined BBJ as assistant engineer, when I would be associated, I am associated with this company for so long years. I am proud of my engineers. I am proud of all my other staffs also, that they are so much of quality conscious as well as delivering the goods in time. I am thankful to all colleagues, to all my colleagues and other stakeholders, that the tradition of BBJ of building the nation through infrastructure is still going on, and I wish this will will go on for years to come. Thank you.
Sir, I thank you on behalf of BBJ.
If you have any question, you can ask me.
Anyone who has any questions may please ask the same. Anyone has any questions?
I think nobody interested in some questioning, I think. But one thing I would like to say that the next generation should keep in mind the main USP of BBJ, that is quality and time, and should be able to go to the remotest of the places to build the nation as a whole.
Sir, I thank you very much, CMD sir, for this highly informative and motivational talk on the role of BBJ in nation building. I hope we all have taken a few cues which should be our USP while we work, because work ethic is very important. And I thank our Director Finance sir for his august presence. I thank Shiv Kumar Bhagat ji, Head of Department, Alimco, UP Kanpur, who has graced this occasion with his august presence.
I also personally thank Shiv Kumar ji for your presence. It is so nice of you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, and really, I'm feeling very fortunate to know all these things, because I don't think so. Not only India, but in abroad also, Howrah Bridge is very famous. And I was there in Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited in Churchland in Kolkata. I served as PCL 8 years. So I was really going to home, basically from Jharkhand, and every time I was thinking, so who has made this bridge? like कोई तो ये मतलब जो है कि कोई गॉड ही बना सकता है, जो इस तरह से विश्वकर्मा जो है बना सकता है कि इतना मजबूत है और बिना कुछ रुके दुके इतना काम चल रहा है. So really, sir, I am feeling very fortunate to know this history of BBJ constructions. I was not knowing, and really it is in national building is a great role of BBJ, and I must thanks or congratulate the BBJ team led by you, sir, for such a motivational team and doing wonderful for the nation building, sir. Really, I am very much thankful to Abhishek, also my friend, and you, sir, and all the your team, sir. Really,
thank you, Shivkumarji. Thank you, Shivkumarji. And on behalf of BBJ, we invite you to come to Kolkata again, so that we can have a cup of tea and we can have some chat.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, it will be. I am really will be pleasure to meet you, sir. Given a chance, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abhishek, and all.
Sir, before concluding, I would like to say something.
Yes, sir.
That, sir, we have talked about, sir, you have enlightened us regarding the role of BBJ in building the nation. But I would parallelly like to highlight the role of the leaders like you in building BBJ. Sir, I have traveled with you to site, and I have been with you to the plant, and the connect you have maintained with the grassroots level worker even, sir. That is tremendous. And, and that is through which we can build a company like this only.
Right,
So-
absolutely right, absolutely right. Actually, BBJ, what is the asset of BBJ? The asset of BBJ is its workers.
Yes.
It is its workers. And they are absolutely fantastic. And they are absolutely fantastic.
Yes, sir.
And we should, well, it is my feeling that we should look after them because they are the actual asset of BBJ. The actual asset of BBJ is its work.
Yes.
So I have one question.
Right, right.
So like this Howrah Bridge of 70 years still, like it's so how what is the like sir O&M kind of things you are doing? So without that, how can it sustain for so much long? I mean,
Actually, Howrah Bridge actually in 1992, the survey was done by Wrights,
sir,
and some major repairs were suggested. And BBJ, fortunately, those repairs are also done by BBJ. Mainly, the main thing is this, that previously the expansion joints were made of cast steel. Now we have expansion joints, rubber expansion joint, neoprene expansion joints. Now these cast steel expansion joints, and previously, as you know, that tram used to fly over Howrah Bridge,
sir.
for which some plans were made for laying the tram lines and all. And due to all these things, there were some ingress of moisture and water through those pockets. And some of the structures were also damaged due to corrosion and all because of these things. So that was a major repair, and this repair was also done by BBJ, but not. But the irony is this: that the bridge was never closed. All the repair works were done from 11:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. The last train was at 11:25, so the bridge was closed from 11:30, and the first train was at 4:35 or 4:45 like that. So 4:30. So these major repairs were done in the year from the year 1992, and after that, the bridge has again regained its original length. Only this thing, the expansion joints, and there are some articulation joints. These joints were changed from cast steel expansion joints to these rubberized expansion joints.
Great, sir. Thank you, sir, for so much information. Like
Thank you.
information, sir. Yeah.
Sir, so I once again thank CMD sir for this talk. It was an eye opener. It was extremely motivational, and I thank Director Finance sir. I thank Shiv Kumar Bhagatji from Alimco HOD HR for being with us. I thank all our senior officials, all our employees who are accessing this webinar right now. I can see almost all of you. You are here, and it makes all of us very proud of you, all of you. And we end today's session with due permission of CMD sir and Director Finance sir on one keynote of another very motivational social reformer whose birthday is today, Swami Vivekananda. And let us all be forward looking with motivation and the feeling of self-sustenance.
One addition. Today is Master Surya Sen's birthday also.
Yes, sir. Very true, sir. Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Thank you.
Jai Hind.
No, nobody said that.